The storm came fast that night. Dark clouds covered the moon, and heavy rain hit the roof like thousands of tiny drums. The small house at the edge of the forest shook every time the thunder rolled. Inside the house, a 7-year-old boy named Liam sat alone in the living room. His parents had gone to a nearby town for supplies and promised to return before dark, but the storm slowed them down. Liam hugged his favorite toy, a small, stuffed space rocket, and tried to be brave. Beside him sat Whiskers, his family's black and white cat. Whiskers wasn't an ordinary cat. She was small but fierce, with sharp green eyes that always seemed to know more than she let on. Whenever Liam felt scared, Whiskers stayed close, ready to protect him. As the wind howled outside, the lights in the house flickered. Liam looked up nervously. "Don't go out, lights. Please don't go out," he whispered. Whiskers' ears twitched. She sat up straight, tail stiff, and hissed at the window. Liam frowned. "What is it, girl?" he asked, his voice shaking. There was no answer, just the sound of rain. But then, a strange humming noise began to grow outside. It wasn't the wind. It wasn't thunder. It was different. Mechanical. Unnatural. The humming grew louder, vibrating through the walls and into Liam's chest. He grabbed Whiskers and ducked under the wooden table. His heart pounded. He didn't know what the noise was, but he knew it wasn't safe. Whiskers hissed again, louder this time. Her fur stood on end, as if an invisible enemy had entered the house. Her eyes glowed faintly in the dim light, locked on the window. Outside, in the darkness, a shadow moved. Something tall. Something not human. Liam gasped. The figure didn't walk like a person. Its movements were smooth and cold, like a machine mixed with a creature from a nightmare. The humming stopped. For a moment, there was silence. Then, crash. The window shattered as a metallic claw smashed through the glass. Liam screamed, covering his mouth quickly. Whiskers leapt forward with a furious yowl, her small body a blur of claws and teeth. The creature made a low, metallic growl as Whiskers attacked. The sound of battle filled the room, hissing, screeching, and the crunch of metal. Liam could only see flashes through the broken table legs. Whiskers clinging to the creature's arm, biting with all her strength. Sparks flying as her claws tore into its strange, shiny surface. A dark, glowing fluid spilling onto the floor like alien blood. The creature howled and stumbled backward. Whiskers landed silently, crouched low, ready to strike again. The creature reached for her, and she leapt at its face, knocking it out the window into the storm. There was a final, unearthly scream, and then, silence. Only the rain remained. Liam stayed under the table, trembling. His chest hurt from holding his breath. Slowly, he crawled out. "W.H. Whiskers," he whispered. The cat stood at the broken window, soaked from the rain, her sides heaving as she breathed heavily. She was hurt. A small cut on her ear and a strange silver mark burned into the fur on her shoulder. But her green eyes were sharp and unbroken. She had won. Liam rushed to her, hugging her tightly. You saved me," he said, tears mixing with his fear. Whiskers only purred softly, leaning against him as if to say, "It's okay now." The next morning, when Liam's parents returned, they were shocked to see the mess. Shattered glass, overturned furniture, scratches on the walls. It looked like a wild animal had gotten inside. "What happened here?" his mother cried. Liam opened his mouth to explain, but the words felt too strange, too unbelievable. He simply said, "The storm scared Whiskers. She protected me." His father sighed, thinking the damage was from fallen branches or wind. He didn't notice the odd, silver burn on Whiskers' fur. But far away, across the cold void of space, others noticed. Somewhere in the galaxy, a dark chamber lit by glowing blue symbols held a group of alien beings. Their voices were strange clicks and hisses, translated into speech by humming machines. "The scout has failed," one alien said, its many eyes narrowing. "Our technology is unmatched. How could a creature defeat it?" Another alien leaned forward. Reports indicate it was a small life form, a four-legged predator native to Earth. The room fell silent. They had studied Earth before. Humans were weak, divided, and unprepared. Earth had no advanced weapons, no interstellar ships. For a simple animal to defeat their scout was unthinkable. This world, a third alien said slowly, may hold dangers we have not seen. We must investigate further. The council agreed. If one small creature could cause such chaos, what else might Earth hide? That night, back on Earth, Liam lay in bed, whiskers curled beside him. The storm had passed, but he couldn't sleep. Every creak of the house made him flinch. Outside, hidden in the trees, 3 alien scouts landed silently. Their mission: capture the strange creature that defeated their first scout, and study it. Whisker's eyes snapped open. She growled low in her throat, sensing danger. This time, it wasn't just about protecting Liam. It was about protecting all of Earth, though Whiskers didn't yet know it. The night was quiet again, but Liam did not sleep. Whiskers sat on the windowsill, eyes glowing faintly in the moonlight. Outside, the wind whispered through the trees, but Liam felt that something else was out there. Something watching. And he was right. High above Earth, in the cold darkness of space, the Galactic Council was in session. The room was vast, filled with holographic screens and beings of every imaginable shape. Many had never seen Earth before, but now it was impossible to ignore. "The scout we sent to Earth failed," one of the aliens said, its voice like grinding metal. The others turned, their many eyes widening. "Failed?" Another hissed. "How?" "It is a primitive world. Its life forms are weak and simple." A third alien, taller than the rest, clicked its multiple tongues nervously. The scout reported a creature, small, but powerful. It attacked, and then, it defeated us. The room went silent. Even the most confident generals looked uneasy. For a creature so tiny to strike fear into an alien scout, it was unheard of. "This cannot be," said a fourth alien. "It is not technology. It is instinct. Strategy. Something unexpected." The council debated for hours, studying every detail. They sent holographic images of the Earth creature, a black and white cat, to every sector of the galaxy. Whisker's simple form shocked them. How could a small, furry Earth animal hold such power? Meanwhile, back on Earth, Liam noticed changes in Whiskers. She moved differently now, more careful, more deliberate. She seemed to understand things he didn't. When he pointed toward the window, she would quietly sit, alert, almost as if she knew what he was thinking. That night, the first alien scout team landed near Liam's house. They were silent, invisible to the human eye. But Whiskers knew. She crouched low, her tail twitching, her fur bristling. Her green eyes reflected the moonlight like 2 bright lanterns. Liam whispered, "Whiskers, what are they?" The cat only hissed, a warning that sent shivers down his spine. The aliens moved closer. Their bodies shimmered, half-transparent, like shadows made of metal and light. They reached the house, scanning for their target. Whiskers leapt into action. Her small body darted through the shadows, silent but deadly. She attacked the nearest scout, sinking her claws into its shimmering form. The alien shrieked, a sound that was both mechanical and alive. The other scouts froze. They had never been attacked by something so tiny, so fearless. They tried to capture her, but Whiskers was too fast. She slashed and dodged, moving with a precision that no human could ever imagine. Liam watched from the window, heart pounding. He could hardly believe what he was seeing. "Whiskers, you're amazing," he whispered. She paused for a moment, her eyes meeting his, then turned back to the invaders. In the galaxy, the council watched every move. They could see the scout teams panic through live holographic feeds. Whiskers was not just defending Liam. She was defending Earth itself. "This world," one council member said, "must be studied closely. Its creatures are extraordinary. Even humans may have untapped potential." The aliens retreated, leaving Liam's house untouched for now. But the message was clear: Earth was no longer ignored. Something about this planet, this small blue world, demanded attention. The growing danger. The next morning, Liam tried to explain the strange events to his parents. They were here again, he said, pointing to the trees. But his parents shook their heads. It's just your imagination, Liam, his mother said, brushing his hair back. Liam knew it wasn't imagination. Whisker's silver mark glimmered faintly in the sunlight, almost like it had stored a secret power from the previous night's fight. As he played outside, he noticed unusual things. Birds flew strangely, forming patterns in the sky. Dogs barked at empty spaces. Even the wind seemed to whisper warnings. And above the clouds, alien scouts continued to circle, unseen by human eyes. They were learning, observing, calculating. Each encounter with Whiskers changed their understanding of Earth. It was no longer a simple, unimportant planet. It was a place of surprises, a place where even the smallest creature could challenge the galaxy. The night of vigilance. That night, Liam slept in his bed with Whiskers curled at his feet. But sleep was uneasy. Every shadow, every sound, felt like a warning. Outside, 3 larger alien scouts approached, stronger, faster, more intelligent than the first team. Their mission: capture Whiskers, the small guardian of Earth, and study her abilities. Whiskers sensed them immediately. Her ears twitched. Her tail lashed. The green glow in her eyes deepened, sharper and brighter than before. Liam whispered softly, "We're not ready for them, are we?" Whiskers only purred, but it was a low, steady sound, full of confidence. She would fight. She would protect. And she was not alone. The galaxy had noticed Earth. And nothing would ever be the same again. The night was colder than before, and the air felt heavy. Above the small town, strange lights moved silently across the sky. Liam pressed his forehead against the window, staring at the glowing shapes. "They're here," he whispered. Whiskers' ears twitched. Her tail flicked like a whip. She crouched low, every muscle tense, ready to pounce. Liam felt a strange mix of fear and awe. His cat was small, but tonight, she was the bravest warrior he had ever seen. Outside, the alien scouts landed in the shadows. They moved quickly and quietly, scanning for their target. This time, they were stronger and faster than before. Their mission was clear: capture Whiskers and bring her back to the Galactic Council. The first scout reached the edge of Liam's yard. Whiskers sprang. She ran faster than Liam had ever seen, jumping over fences, darting between trees. Her small claws glinted in the moonlight as she attacked. The scout tried to grab her, but she was too quick. With a swift movement, she slashed its glowing arm and knocked it backward into the bushes. The alien screeched, a sound like metal being torn, and stumbled, confused. Liam followed, hiding behind a tree, heart pounding. "Whiskers, you're amazing," he whispered. But he knew this was only the beginning. The battle grows. More scouts appeared, surrounding the house. Whiskers didn't fight alone. From the shadows, other animals began to join her. Dogs barked and chased the smaller scouts, birds swooped from the sky, and even raccoons and foxes moved with surprising intelligence. It was as if Whiskers' courage had awakened something in the animals around her. Together, they made a chaotic, clever army. The aliens were not prepared for this. They had expected Earth's creatures to be weak, predictable, easy. But Whiskers had changed everything. Liam grabbed a flashlight and waved it at the scouts. The light reflected in their metallic eyes, blinding them temporarily. Whiskers leapt through the chaos, her green eyes glowing like 2 emerald fires. Every move was precise, every strike effective. The scouts retreated for a moment, regrouping. They communicated in sharp clicks and hisses, but their fear was obvious. A small earth cat and her band of animals had driven them into panic. The human world watches. Liam's neighbors slept, unaware of the silent battle raging outside. The streetlights flickered, casting strange shadows on the walls. Dogs barked, cats hissed, birds screeched, but no one understood. To humans, it was just another strange night. But to the galaxy, Earth had become a battlefield. One scout sent a message to the Galactic Council. Primitive planet. Creatures defy our expectations. Small lifeforms are highly intelligent and dangerous. Recommend full invasion. The Council responded immediately. Do not underestimate Earth. Observe carefully. Proceed only if necessary. Even far away in space, the aliens were beginning to fear a small black and white cat. The alien leader arrives. Suddenly, the sky lit up with a blinding flash. A massive ship descended silently, landing at the edge of the forest. From it, a figure emerged, taller, stronger, and far more dangerous than the scouts. It was the alien leader himself. He surveyed the chaos with cold, calculating eyes. This planet will kneel, he said in a voice like grinding metal, or it will burn. Whiskers hissed, arching her back. Her eyes glowed brighter than ever. She stood between Liam and the alien, small but fearless. Liam's heart pounded in his chest. He wanted to run, to hide, but he knew he couldn't leave her. This was the moment he had been preparing for, even if he didn't realize it until now. The battle begins. The alien leader moved, faster than Liam could see. Whiskers darted, leaping onto a tree branch, then onto a fence, then straight at him. She scratched, bit, and dodged with incredible speed. Every strike was precise, aimed to weaken, not kill. The alien leader roared, swinging his metallic arms, but Whiskers always stayed just out of reach. Liam ran alongside, helping however he could. He threw stones, flashed his flashlight in the alien's eyes, and even tripped one of the smaller scouts. Together, boy and cat formed an unlikely team. The forest became a battlefield. Leaves swirled in the wind, rain dripped from broken branches, and animals moved like shadows of courage. Whiskers led them all, small but mighty, fighting not just for Liam, but for every living thing on Earth. The turning point. The alien leader paused. His scanners and weapons had failed. Even his strongest troops had been driven back by a cat and a boy. He realized something important. Earth was not weak. Its creatures were clever, unpredictable, and full of courage. Whiskers hissed again, her green eyes shining. The silver mark on her fur, left from her first encounter with the alien scout, glowed faintly. It pulsed with a strange energy, as if reminding the galaxy that even small lifeforms could hold hidden power. The alien leader raised his hand, ready to strike one final blow. Whiskers crouched low, ready to leap. The moment hung in the air, silent except for the wind and distant rain. The cliffhanger. The battle had begun, but the outcome was uncertain. The galaxy was watching, and Earth's fate hung in the balance. One small cat, one brave boy, and the courage of ordinary animals were about to change the course of history forever. Whiskers' eyes met Liam's. She purred softly, a promise, a warning, and a challenge all at once. This was only the beginning. The war had truly begun. The sky was dark, and the air smelled of rain and electricity. The forest had turned into a battlefield. Broken branches littered the ground, and animals moved cautiously, watching the shadows. Liam clutched Whiskers tightly. Her fur was wet, and her small body trembled, but her green eyes burned with determination. She had fought scouts, alien leaders, and now, the fate of Earth rested on her tiny paws. Above them, the alien leader hovered, tall and terrifying. His metallic arms glowed with strange energy, and his eyes scanned the forest like a predator. "This world will fall," he said, voice echoing like thunder. "You cannot stop me." Whiskers hissed, crouching low. The silver mark on her fur, left from her first encounter with the scouts, glowed brighter than ever. It pulsed like a heartbeat, a quiet but powerful signal of energy that the aliens could feel even from afar. The final battle begins. The alien leader attacked first. He swung his glowing arm toward Liam. Whiskers leapt. She darted between his legs, scratched his arm, and bit his hand. He roared in surprise. Liam grabbed a flashlight and a long stick. He ran toward the leader and shone the light into the alien's eyes. The leader staggered, blinded temporarily by the simple human tool. Whiskers jumped again, slashing at the alien's legs, her claws leaving glowing streaks in the night. Birds swooped down, diving at smaller alien drones. Dogs barked and charged, pushing the scouts back. Even the wind seemed to join the fight, whipping leaves and dust into the alien leader's path. The forest was alive with courage. Every creature, no matter how small, fought for their home. The leader realizes the truth. The alien leader stopped for a moment. He raised his glowing hand and studied Whiskers. "How can this be?" he whispered. "This small creature, and the humans, they fight with intelligence, courage, and unity. They are not weak." He looked at Liam, then at the animals, then back at the cat. "The primitive planet is dangerous. Its life forms are unpredictable. Even a single child with a simple cat can destroy my plans." The council watching from afar fell silent. Earth had proven itself. No weapons, no armies, just courage, heart, and a small cat had stopped one of the galaxy's most powerful leaders. The turning point. Whiskers leapt high, her silver mark glowing like a star. She landed on the alien leader's arm, scratching and clawing with all her strength. The alien leader staggered, surprised by her speed and bravery. Liam saw his chance. He swung his stick, aiming carefully, and tapped the alien's glowing chest panel. A sudden burst of energy flashed, not enough to kill, but enough to weaken him temporarily. Whiskers jumped off and stood firm, tail flicking, eyes locked on the alien. It was a silent challenge: leave now, or face us. The alien leader hesitated. He studied the creatures around him, a boy, a small cat, and ordinary animals, all united in bravery. Even the Galactic Council scouts had reported back, Earth was not weak. It could not be conquered easily. With a deep, mechanical growl, the alien leader retreated to his ship, disappearing into the night sky. The remaining scouts scattered, fleeing with him. Earth stands strong. The forest fell silent. Animals relaxed, looking around cautiously. Whiskers jumped onto Liam's shoulder, purring softly, exhausted but triumphant. Liam hugged her tightly, tears streaming down his face. "You did it, Whiskers. We did it," he whispered. Above, the stars shone brighter than ever. The Galactic Council recorded the events carefully. Earth was no longer just a small, unnoticed planet. It had earned its place in the galaxy, a planet where courage and heart mattered as much as technology or strength. From that day on, Earth's creatures, even the smallest ones, were respected. Stories of a brave little cat and a young boy spread quietly across the galaxy. They became a symbol of hope, of courage, and of the unexpected power hidden in ordinary life. The closing scene. Liam and Whiskers returned home. The storm had passed. The sky was calm, the air fresh and clean. He looked out at the horizon, thinking of the stars, the scouts, and the alien leader. Whiskers leapt to his lap, purring. Her silver mark glimmered faintly in the sunlight, a reminder of the battles they had fought and won. Liam smiled. They came expecting weakness, but found a tiny warrior with the heart of a galaxy, he said softly. Whiskers purred louder. She had protected him, Earth, and something much bigger than either of them could ever imagine. And now, the galaxy would never forget.